Hi guys, I'm Master Sergeant Bexo Retired, and welcome back to Ammo Count. In this episode, I'm going to talk specifically about the TSP and why it's a great idea to put money in there. So let's get to it. When the TSP first started, I started putting in, I think, about $100 a month because I knew that it was a good idea to save. That's really all I knew. So why the TSP? The TSP is basically just a 401k for government employees. And it has a couple funds in there that are market trend following. The C fund, the S fund, and the I fund. The I fund is international. The C fund is common stock, and I don't remember what the S fund is. I designated the C fund for 80% of my contribution monthly, and the S and the I fund were 10% each. I put into the TSP for, I think, 3 or 4 years. When a particular point in my life, I had a financial advisor tell me to stop putting in the TSP, but keep the account. And that was in 2003. I'll put my balance up on the screen here. So if you take a look at this paper statement, I had $5,300 in my TSP in 2003, and I stopped contributing because I had set up investments with an outside investment firm. And I didn't really look back at that TSP account, but I never closed it. So I knew I had $5,000 in that account, and it was there for me. I went back and looked at that account around 2023. 20 years later, I looked at this account, and that $5,000 had grown to $37,000. And I didn't put any more money in it. Why did that happen? Well, that's called compounding interest. And since the C, S, and I fund average out between the different market indexes, like the Dow, the S&P 500, the Russell Index, and NASDAQ, those three funds will trend along with the majority of the market. That $5,000 doubled, and then it redoubled, and it almost doubled completely again over that 3 times because it was invested in those 3 funds, which gave an average return. So I want to introduce you guys to the rule of 72. The rule of 72 basically says if you have funds that are yielding 10% on their return, every 7 years, that fund will double. It's a mathematical equation, and it works. That's the only reason why I can explain my $5,300 compounded over 20 years and became $37,000. Now I have other investments, and they have followed the rule of 72 as well. My advice to junior enlisted, my advice to anybody is to contribute something to start. And every time you get a raise, continue to live off what you were living off of. Do your best to take at least a portion of that raise and put it into your TSP contributions. Your future self will be grateful. I'm pretty grateful for my $5,000 turning into $37,000. I can only imagine what would have happened if I would have continued to contribute to the TSP. I mean, $100 a month to start. If you just contribute $100 a month over your term of service, that will grow over time. Future me would have really appreciated it if I kept going, if I kept contributing into the TSP after 22 years of service. Again, we looked at my paper balance from the last time that I put a contribution in, and then I shared my current balance, which I'll have both on the screen, to explain how important it is to just set aside something for future you. Now, the TSP is a retirement account. Its funds are meant to be there when you turn 59 and a half. If you withdraw funds from there prior to that, there'll be a penalty. I don't like penalties. I don't know if you do. Put stuff in TSP. Just put it on autopilot and forget about it. A real key thing is just keep doing it and increase it up to about 15% of your pay. Now, the Ramsey folks, who I like to reference, say 15% of your income needs to go into your investments. I just started doing that 2 years ago. I really wish I did it 20 years ago. I didn't have that magical, hey, this is the formula, these are the numbers you need. But now that I have it, I've seen it work. And when I did the TSP, we didn't have a match. I understand that there's a little bit of a match now. Again, guys, this is one way to stock ammo to the side to have more than you'll ever imagine for your future self. That's it for today's ammo count. Remember, keep count, don't run out, make your ammo last. And if this content was helpful for you, like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next ammo count.